What's up, guys? Today is more of a serious video. Today, two men, one young man and one a little bit older man, have ended themselves in my city, like in one city. My father was telling me about one of them, and he actually called me today because he was thinking of me, because that was quite a young man that it happened to. What happened was that a train was driving like on a railway, and there was a boy, like a man in my age, walking across, or well, past, like next to the side of the railway. So he was slowing down, the train was slowing down, and he was like, "What are you doing there?" And the boy was like, "Yeah, just keep going, keep going." And he like the train just kept on going, and then he threw himself in front of the train. And yeah, you can guess it. Like, people next to it were telling that they could hear bone-crushing sounds. It's horrible. Like, they were the man who was driving the train was losing his mind. Like, he was so in shock. Like, that's what I heard from it. They closed the roads next to it so they could like take care of the scene, and it's horrific to hear about that. But then I searched it up on my phone just now, and I heard about another one where a man went into a police station and he told the people there that he wanted to, file a report, and they didn't really take it serious, I guess. I think there was something like that. At least that's what they told me. And then he opened fire on them, on one of the policemen. He hit one of them, and then he did it to himself and ended it there. And it's, this is just insane. This is just so like the thing is, my father called me right after he heard about the railway accident, or the train accident. Well, it wasn't an accident. Was an accident by the train driver, but not by the boy. He did it on purpose. He called me because he was thinking about me, because he told me, like, that's what a parent does. He thinks about stuff like that, and it's a shame. It's not like, it's worse than a shame. It's the worst thing that could happen to anyone. And these type of stories become more and more with men. Like, this is a specific issue with mostly men. I think it's like men kill themselves more than women, like about 8 times more. I think it was something like that. And it's like 660 men every year. And I think I don't know if that's worldwide or just like for some country it was like that. It's a whole lot of people, I'll tell you that. It's like 8 times as much. And my neighbor was just winking at me. And I don't know what to say about it. Like, this is an issue for men. So, women really like to play the victim cards on themselves, and have a lot of support from society and each other, and men as well. For them, and everything is about how females are being abused and stuff. And I'm not trying to downplay that. That's true for a lot of parts of the world, but especially in this western part of the world, it's like, it's men ending themselves because they can't take this world. They can't take having no purpose. They cannot take the hardships of life, the feelings of life, the loneliness of life, the powerlessness of life. They can't take it. They can't deal with it. And I have to imagine, like, I was at a spot like that. I was in a place like that. I would never have the courage, if you wouldn't need courage to do it. I never had that, honestly. But like around about a year ago, for like 2-3 months, I was at a place like that, and I was really down bad. And like I have a quote that I saved, because the reason for just the reason for myself was that I wasn't realizing my goals. I wasn't achieving my goals. I wasn't there where I wanted to be. I was not happy with myself because I wasn't as good as I wanted to be, as I expected of myself. Like, I was just not good enough in my eyes, and I should be better. And that's why I felt that way. And it's you know, I saw this quote, like I was just Googling, like I was just looking at stuff like, I wanna do this, I wanna do that, I wanna end it, I wanna just quit, you know. I thought about quitting because it would be a big relief. It was just, that's like the feeling that I think a lot of men are looking for when they do this. They're looking for this relief. Like, just where's the peace? Like, I just need the peace. And for me, the peace would have been achieving the goal, but it was so far away. It seemed like so unreachable, because everything I did wouldn't make it, wouldn't get me further, it would sometimes set me back. And especially embarrassment. I embarrassed myself so much, and it really hurt my ego. Like, especially the embarrassment. Like, the embarrassment made me fall on my knees. Like, it's funny to talk about, because I was on a show. I was on a YouTube show, and I wanted to like market, like I wanted to get some reach on me, you know. So I was acting like a fool. I was acting like a fool in the YouTube video, and I got humiliated. I got humiliated, and I thought, you know what, all publicity is good publicity, but it didn't transfer to me in anyhow. So I just humiliated myself in front of everybody, and I didn't gain nothing. And I was so embarrassed. Like, the things that I was saying at that moment, when I realized it, were like the things that were inside of me. Like, I was embarrassed. I was saying like, I'm sorry mom, I'm sorry dad, I'm sorry this and that, and nobody was there. I was just talking to myself. I was like, literally, it's embarrassing, but I was in tears. Like, I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. And it's funny to talk about it, because it's like the thing that I did was actually funny. Like, you would make fun of me. Everybody would make fun of me. I'm going to talk about it now, because that's not what it's about. I'm not like insecure about it. I dealt with it really well. I journaled about it. I dealt with it. You know, I didn't just push it aside and distract myself like most people would do. I don't recommend that at all. You got to deal with stuff like that. But yeah, I was at a place like that, and it's tough, man. Like, being a man, it's not enough to talk about your emotions. It doesn't change anything. We want real world differences. That's like the difference, and that's just the truth. I don't care what anybody says. Women, most cases, all right, they can talk about their problems as long as they're not too big, you know, and they can deal with it by talking about it, by having emotional connections with people. Like, they're going to deal with it, and men can't. That's why men end themselves more 8 times. All right, that's why. It's like, you can say whatever. The numbers don't lie. All right, the numbers don't lie. We have a high sense of pride, and we like, it's literally like natural selection. Like, we don't accept ourselves being in this world, and we say, you know what, either I don't want to be, so I just delete myself, or I shouldn't be, and I delete myself. These are the two options. These are the two reasons why people do it. And sometimes they don't want to live with something, you know. It's just, and that's why it's so important to have discipline, to have a sense of self-worth, self-value. And it only comes through discipline for men, mostly through discipline. And I learned that through the hard way. Like, it's just tough out here. You gotta, you know, it gets harder before it gets better. But what I never forgot back then was that the sun always shines at some point. Like, it can get dark, it can get so dark, but the sun will come up at some point. Like, it can't be night forever, right? Even in the winter, like, you would think, man, it's just dark all day, but at some point the sun does come up, and it does become There's light. There's light in life. So yeah, I never forget that. And also that discipline. Discipline is really important. With discipline, you can change stuff. You need to, you know, you need to just become the man who would attract happiness, who would be happy. And that's what I did. And I changed my life in like 1 month. And honestly, that, like, how I felt, how I felt 1 year ago didn't change up until 2 months. It only changed when I first stopped being on social media. I will stop distracting myself, dealing with my life, being bored in my life, and then having to deal with the issues that I got. And then also becoming the man that would attract the things that I want. Not trying to chase them and then be mad that they don't come to me. Like, you can't chase something, it's gonna run away from you. You gotta be the man who attracts it. You know, if people don't like you, be the man that people would like. That's what I did with my family. I had big problems with my family. I just became the man that my family would like, and now everything is great. Like, I never had such a good relationship with my family. With everything, man. With everything. If you're not the man who has money, who's chasing money, if you're the man who's chasing money, rather become the man that the money comes towards. And I know it sounds so like hocus pocus and magic type of stuff, but it's real. You just got to realize it for yourself, and then you can't even explain it. You got to lay out for yourself, how would a man like that be? You get a couple of attributes and you put it up. You know what? I'm going to do now 7 days of being just calm. That's what I did. Just having serenity, having calm. Then you can change it. 7 days of thankfulness. And then it compounds. You keep those habits. 30 days of thankfulness, and then you keep it. You keep on going with it. It becomes a habit. Good things, good small things compound. You just take one good small thing, easy thing that makes a big difference, and you keep it, and you keep it for some while, just so you know you'll make this, you get this as a habit, and then it stays with you. The thankfulness will stay with you. The calm will stay with you. With me, it did. I was I was a crash out. I was a crash out before, and it was a defense mechanism. I was just tired of my own life. But now I'm actually enjoying it. And like, a lot hasn't changed, but it's becoming better. I'm getting more money. I'm making my life better. I'm having more fun with people. I'm staying on the stuff that I want, and that's the route of it. Like, you should talk to people if you need to. Look, if you ever feel this way, you should talk to someone, honestly. Like, I would even put myself up to talk to, but I don't believe you would want to talk to me. And no man wants to talk. I didn't want to talk to anyone. That's the thing. We don't want to talk. We don't got nothing to talk about. What are you going to talk about? Yeah, I'm a loser and I want to end myself. What are you going to tell me now? Well, you got to give yourself some time. No, I want it. Like, how? How am I going to get it, even if I give me some time now? Like, what's going to change? It's tough. It's really, really tough. And well, a lot of people talk about it now, but there's no cope. There's no way to deal with it by people telling you. It's just you. You are on your own. And I had to learn in a hard way as well. So it's like, it's so surreal. Like, things I also believe that I couldn't delete myself because it's a duty to God. Like, God didn't put me on this earth to end myself. That's not the way I should go out. I have a duty to God. I owe it to God to exist. If he put me on this earth, then I should be here. And he's going to take me away again. So if I'm here, it's through him. If I go, it's also through him. It won't be from my own hands. He put me into this earth. He will take me away. I don't believe it's in my hand. But that's a personal thing. Like, you can think differently about that, I guess, if you're not religious or don't believe in God, agnostic, whatever. But just know you somehow got into here, all right? You somehow got into this position and into this world and into everything. I didn't ask for this, all right? But you know, you got an option to deal with it or just throw it away, and it will be a big shame to throw it away, because life can be great. I'll tell you that. I've never been as happy as I've been now. I've never been as happy as I've been now. So conscious and present. Yeah, and that's all I gotta say, honestly. Like, take this as a example. I've been there. If you are there, I've been there. I've really been there. Like, it's, yeah, I've been there. I like, I know the feeling of going to sleep and not wanting to wake up. Like, just not even like in a like pessimistic way. Like, just the peace of sleep, because that's only time I would get my rest, my peace of mind. And I didn't want to get out of bed. Like, I didn't want to get out of bed. I just wanted to stay there and sleep longer, just sleep longer, just skip all of this, just skip it, just quit it. That's what it is. But yeah, just believe me, life can be great. In whatever position you are, whatever happened to you, life can be great. God grants everybody the opportunity, and I thank him for that. God grants everybody the opportunity to have a great life, and I just wish for you to take it. It's hard, it's tough, and you might think there's no way, but there always is. There always is, but you just got to figure it out. And it's all, it's discipline. It's discipline. It's just getting away from the distractions, and it's doing small, like such easy habits. Like, for me, it was serenity, it was calm. Just be calm. Just be calm. Don't crash out. Don't lash out at anyone. Don't be mean. Don't punch stuff. Like, don't crash out. Like, just be calm. That's all it was for me to change a whole lot. And now imagine you would do this for a year, and every week you find something new, or it doesn't even have to be every week, every month. That would make a big difference. Can change your life. All right? So just do that. Honestly, it's worth it. If you like this video, don't like, don't subscribe, don't comment. Actually, comment if you need to talk to someone. I don't really read the comments anyway, but I'm gonna try to do it on this video. If I see anybody trying to comment on it, I'll try to talk to you. Or you can DM me on my Instagram, but I'm not really active. I'm not active on social media. But yeah, if you like, I'll be in the comments. You can do it anonymously, and I'll be there. So yeah, I don't even know what I'm gonna title this, but yeah, don't do nothing if you like the video. Just get off of your phone and deal with your life. Face the consequences. Face the present. And normally I would say it. If you don't, I'll see you tomorrow, but I'm not gonna say it this time. Just do it, honestly. Just take control. Full fail.